Hello there. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. We are going to get started in 2 minutes. Thank you all for coming. Let me know you're here. Let me know if you're new. Let me know where you're from. I love to see your names and where everybody is watching from. It is Sunday. Actually, the beginning of a new week, right? Hi, Roz. I hope you had a nice weekend. It was quiet here. Hello, Viola. Had a class on Friday. Hello, Brenda. And then went shopping yesterday. Welcome, Donna. Hi, Bev. And then today, just housekeeping and yard work. Hi, Andrea. Roz says, hello, crafty friends. So sweet. She's so friendly. Okay, 1 more minute. We're going to get started. Hey, Brenda. Hi. I'm glad you're here. So Friday, I was saying I had a class, and we made 3 cards, but 2 of the cards were not just hi, Karen, your normal cards. They were funfuls. Hey, Roseanne. And one of them, well, actually 2 of them are not easy to write directions for, because you know how you can say one thing, type one thing, and somebody that's reading it could read it to say something different. So the instructions were, I could put measurements and all that type of thing, but I couldn't give instructions. And so we made patterns for these cards, and everybody took those home. But I know most people are visual, so I'm going to show you making a completely different card today with the same fun fold as we made on Friday, so that you guys can see how this card is made as well. Plus, the people that came to my class will have a video they could go back to for just the fold, even though they have a pattern and they've made it before. You know how you can put a fun fold away for some time, and then you come back to it and you look at your instructions, or you look at the card and you go, how did I do this? How did we fold this? So now you can just come back to this recording and see how it's done. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm going to turn you down. It is 7 o'clock, and we are going to go right to it. All righty, get you straight here. I've got all my stamps on my blocks, and as soon as I introduce myself to those of you who are new, you're here at Stampin' All Day with Bev. My name is Beverly Morales, spelled with 2 E's. Hey, Marcia. And I have a June host code. If you'd like to shop with me, you can use that code, and that will help me in my business, and I would appreciate that a lot. Here is my website. You can shop there with me 24/7, anytime you wish. And I also have a YouTube channel. So if you have a friend that you'd like to share my information with, but they don't have Facebook, let them know about my YouTube channel. I will upload either tonight or tomorrow morning, all the next day, my replays. You can also email me at mofun44@icloud.com with any questions you may have, or you can just simply leave a comment. Here is my rewards form. I'm just going to mention that every time I'm on live, so you know to ask me about it. If you place an order with me, you should have a rewards form so you could possibly earn free items. This is the card I made my last live, and there is a winner for this card. So I want to show you who that is. The winner is Amy. Congratulations, Amy. Thank you for watching the replay and your little comment letting me know you were there. Amy happens to live less than a mile away from me, probably a quarter of a mile away from me. So I will drop this off to her tomorrow. She's going to be very, very happy. Here is the bird's eye view stamp set that I am giving away to a lucky winner if you place an order with me this month, your name's going to go into a drawing, and this is the prize. You might win this. If you already have it, it's a great gift to give away, so no worries. There's always something you can do with a fun stamp set, right? Okay, so let's get on to the card for tonight. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how, well, I'll show you the cards. And then when I say cards, I'm going to show you the one we made on Friday with a whole different set, and then we'll make the one tonight. So here is the card I'm making tonight. It's made with a super cool stamp set, very retro. I love this stamp set. I think it's so cute. I think it pairs up well with the Pecan Pie ink and the Cherry Cobbler ink. So this is a card that does not stand on its own. It's almost like an envelope, and it's got a little bit of weight to it. And it's called, I call it a double pocket card because there's two pockets in here. So you will pull out this part of the card. It says, hey there, you are so, and then the little bottle of pop says sweet. But in case they miss that, there's another pocket that will tell them that they are so sweet. Hey there, you are so sweet. And you can write your message here. Now, when we made this card on Friday, some of the gals, which I totally appreciate them telling me, say, you know, some of my friends that I send cards to, they don't know to pull them out of, they don't know how to open them. So I put these little tabs, hoping this will help them to realize that they will pull these right out of the card. Maybe not. Now, if you send this to, thanks. If you send this to a crafty person, they'll get it. They'll know how to do it right away. But if you send it to someone who doesn't stamp or craft, they might not know. I'm hoping this little pull tab here will help them pull it apart. So let me show you how to make this two-pocket card after I show you the card we made, hi Annie, on Friday. This one was made with the Cheerful Daisy bundle suite, the DSP and the stamps. And again, it has the two pullouts. So this is the one we did on Friday. So you can see the difference. This one's very, very elegant and dressy. And this one is fun and cool. Okay, did you notice my pretty stand? I have to give a shout out to one of my customers and friends, Kim. She came to class on Friday bearing gifts, and this was one of them. She made, and this is wood from her property. So she's making card stands, and I really like it a lot. It's very sweet of her to give me one. All right, are you ready to learn how to make this card? Now, this is not hard, but it does take a little bit of understanding on how to do it. So hopefully I don't mess up tonight. I've done it many times. I should have it in my head by now, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, isn't that card? I like how thick it is. I really like the thickness of the wood. It's really cute. Okay, so to make this card, you need an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Hi, Lori. It takes a whole sheet of cardstock, and you're going to need your paper trimmer and your bone folder just to make the base. So I'm going to fold it in half. Grab my bone folder and burnish. Then I'm going to open it up and I'm going to fold it in half again, the opposite direction. So we have 4 equal rectangles now at this point. Now I've taught you in the past, when you have one score line already, you don't want to really go over that real hard. You don't want to make a hole. So we're just going to skip over this area and we're just going to burnish, lift our bone folder and burnish. Get right to that and burnish. Okay, and open that up. So now you see the 4 rectangles. I'm going to bring back the card so you can see that the whole card is this rectangle. Okay? All right. So now we do the cutting and the measuring. Don't freak out. Not a lot of measuring, but there is a little. Let me move these stamps back a little bit. I might need some more length here. Okay, so here is my paper trimmer. And there are 1, 2, 3 cuts. So let's start with cut number 1. I'm putting the center score line onto the trimmer and putting that score line in the cutting track. Now I want to cut a slit. I want to make sure you can see in camera. It's a better pointer. I want to cut a slit from the score lines where they meet down to the bottom of the cardstock. Okay, so what I want you to do, I think it's easier if you don't already do this, is you start here in the middle and pull down, because if you start at the bottom and pull up, you might go too far. Okay, just a little pointer there, and as we all say, ask me how I know. Okay, so now I put my thumb there to stop the ruler from hitting the paper. I'm going to pull down my cutting blade, which is the dark blade. See, there's 2 blades here, dark and light. And the side of the blade has a little line right here. So I'm going to line that line on the cutting blade to the score line here, press down, and pull all the way down. Hey, Carol, welcome. So that is cut number 1. Now I'm going to lift this and see, it is cut perfectly right at the bullseye. I call it where they meet a bullseye. So that worked well. Now cut number 2. We're going to cut from the top of score line down to the middle score line at an angle. So you guys, I've taught you how to do that before. So we're going to put the score line in the cutting track. Take your time with this score line in the cutting track. Make sure they have not moved. Put down your ruler, finger in the way, just in case you see something moved, you haven't cut anything. And then you can cut this triangle off. So now it looks like this. Cut 1, cut 2. Now we're going to flip these 2 up together like this. Move my cutting tool for a second. I have to use it again in a minute. And I'm going to get my ruler and my pencil. Hey, Diane. And I'm going to take my bone folder again, and I'm going to burnish this score line one more time. Okay. Now, the top part. I am going to take my ruler, and I'm going to mark 1 inch. So I have the 1 inch mark on the score line, and take my pencil, and I'm going to make a mark at 1 inch. See that? Okay. Then I'm going to come down to the side, the bottom side, and I am going to make a mark at 1.5 inches. Right like that. Okay, done with the measuring. See, it wasn't that bad. So there's a little pencil mark right there. Back to the trimmer. Now don't try to comprehend this all right now. You will be able to watch this at your leisure anytime you wish, and you'll be able to do this. Now remember, I folded up. Let me do it again. So before I cut, I want to fold this up so it's cutting both of these pieces at the same time. So I'm going to put that pencil mark in the cutting track and this pencil mark in the cutting track. Making sure nothing moved. Press a little bit harder. You're going through 2 pieces of cardstock, and pull that away. Okay, now this is what your card will look like. Okay, so now let's see. Fold this up. Fold this like a book. That's the verbiage I'm going to use to try to get it in your mind right. Burnish again. Fold this up and burnish one more time. And that's it. You have 2 pockets now. Actually, you have 3 pockets. 1, 2, 3, if you wish. I'm going to put these 2 together, so we only have this one and this one. Okay? So did we all understand that? Now it's up, now it's this was the bottom and this was the top. So I don't want to confuse you, but I'm going to do this one more time so you get it. You're going to cut number 1, cut number 2, fold this back 1 inch, 1/2 inch, and cut on those 2 pencil marks. Then fold it like a book and come back up underneath, and there is your card. Simple? Hi, Diane. Okay, so now we're going to do the stamping. I'm going to start, let me take this one apart. Excuse me. And I am going to do the ice cream cones. See how cute it even looks when the inserts are out. So I'm going to do the ice cream cones. So you do have to pay attention to this. So how does it fold up? This is why I want to get in your head. Fold it like a book. When you close a book, you close it, right? And then you just have to fold up, because you might be looking at all these pieces and saying, oh my gosh, how do I fold it? Just fold it back in half and fold it up like that. All right, so we're going to stamp this part of the card to get this design here. I'm using Cherry Cobbler ink. And my ice cream cone. Get my piercing mat. I have improved, ladies. I have improved. I used to forget my piercing mat all the time, and now I only forget it sometimes. So I'm not perfect yet, but it pays to remember when you're using photopolymer stamps to use your paper piercing mat. Okay, so I am going to, now let's look at the card. It's mainly a corner, right? But I'm going to stamp over pretty much just to make sure that I get it. Hi, Pam. So there's number 1. And then I'm going to bring one down here. Just a pattern. You're making your own designer series paper, but like I said, with the daisies, DSP, the cheerful daisies, I use DSP instead of stamping. So you can do that as well. Okay. I don't want to just turn this over. I don't want to get ink on the back of the card. Now I'm going to fill in here with partial design and here. Okay, now how do we close this up? Fold it like a book, and bring it up, right? So now we see that we have this piece here. I see one spot that looks a little bald to me, so I'm going to just put the end of the cone right there and fill that spot in. There. Okay, now how I do this is I stamped the front here. So when you unfold, well, let me clean my stamp. Let me get this stamp pad out of the way and let me clean my stamp. When you unfold this, you might have to fold it back and say, where am I supposed to stamp these soda pop bottles at? So what I do is I put my finger on it, my thumb, and I open it up flat. And this is where my thumb was, so that's where I'm going to stamp the soda bottles. See, when it's open like this, you don't know what part it is, right? So that's how I keep track. I think this little soda pop bottle is just the cutest thing, and it says Sweet Cola on there. So I'm just going to, again, the same way I stamped the ice cream cone, just going to stamp random patterns. There's a lot of, you know, we use DSP so much, I thought it'd be fun to actually stamp this paper. And I want partial designs here, so I'm going to fold that over. Let's see. I got nervous because I got a lot of ink on that corner there and I didn't want to mess up my card. Okay, so how do we fold this over? By the time this video is over, you're going to know how to fold that over, right? Because I'm doing it so many times. Okay, clean off my stamp. Alrighty. Okay, so now we have this strip here, which is this strip here. I used the Polka Dot folder from the online exclusive, whoops, that's not the folders, from the online exclusive Basics 3Ds. There is their number. Well, I moved that kind of fast. I said, there's their number, and then I put it away. There is their number. Okay. So I have a 1-inch strip that I ran through the polka dot die already, because you guys all know how to do that. And it needs to go here if you're copying my card, right? So again, I lay it there and then I open it up. And this is where I'm going to put my 1-inch strip. Okay, so let's get glue. And we're going to, let's see how long this is so I don't go too far. I can always add more if I don't put it, long enough, but I don't want to go too far and ink up my, goo up my scissors if I can avoid that. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay this down onto the cardstock. Get it even. Yes, it's longer than the card. That's intentional, so you don't have to struggle with length. And then we're going to turn it over, and we're going to cut away the excess. See, I still went over a little bit. Tried not to, but I did. Let me make sure that's straight. It is. Okay. So now I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to cut away. Okay, same with this side. Oh, I did a lot better. I just went over a little bit. Let me see. Let me turn it this way. A little closer. Okay, and then snip. Okay. So now you look at your card and you go, oh, mercy. How do I put this back together? What did I tell you? Close it like a book and fold it up. All right, there it is. Now you can take your bone folder again. And get all those lines nice. Now I wanted something across here. I felt it looked unfinished. So this is a 1/4 inch wide piece of Cherry Cobbler. And we're going to do the same thing as we just did with the polka dots. On this one, I feel comfortable putting the glue right on the card. Thank you for the hearts. And I also decided that Winka Stella made it look like a little bit of sugar because it says sweet, so it's shiny there. Honestly, I have to tell you, this is how crazy I am. I debated about putting real sugar on the card, but I thought, no, that might be a disaster. That might cause critters. We don't want to give somebody a card and they wake up the next day and they have something crawling on their sugar-coated card. Yeah, I know, I'm nuts. So, but you know, some of you have non-Stampin' Up product. We don't have anything in the Stampin' Up catalog that looks like sugar, but if you do, I would add that right here. I really would. Okay. And turn it over and snip. Back side as well. And there we go. Okay. Now in advance, again, I cut out the radiating dies because I really wanted to concentrate on the fold for you because it's a fun card. So the radiating dies, you need 2 of the large. And what did I do here? Oh, yeah, okay. 2 of the large and 2 in Cherry Cobbler, 2 of the second to the smallest in white, and 1 of the second to the smallest in Cherry Cobbler. So see this one? The sweet doesn't fit unless you use this whole piece here. If you use the next size down for layering, it's too wide. The sweet is too wide. I am going to cut off the stitching so it will fit inside this one. But if I use the next size down, this would not have fit. The circle, the little tab pulls, are also a die in the radiating dies. So that's where those are from too. And then look at that cute little roll of goodness. I don't know if that's cake or I used to eat ice cream rolls when I was a little girl. My dad used to buy them for me. So that reminds me of the ice cream roll. So that's why I'm not sure exactly what it is. So let's do this stamping here. There is hey there. You are so. So I'm going to go back to the red. Okay, hey there. Keep checking my hands. I do not want to get ink on them. Okay. Tap, tap, tap. And you could just leave hey there and say other things if you want to. But I focused on the sweet. There we go. Oh, thank you, Marcia. I try. I don't want you guys to go away confused. So I try my best to give good instructions. Thank you for saying that. That really makes me feel good. And then here's the little soda pop bottle. So it says, hey there, you are so, and then the soda bottle says sweet. So that's why I put that there. And you could stamp more items. You could use punches and punch out things and add it there, whatever you want to do. And this one will go on to this one here. So I'm just going to glue it on. And that's your little first pocket filler. Now you don't even have to fill these pockets with stamp things like I'm doing. You could cut out the large radiating die and then put a gift card here. So that's a good way. I'm thinking teenagers would love this. See there? Okay, so then the little pull tab. Let me get my trimmer back here because I want to show you this. Yes, you can just fold these in half. You sure could. But I like the nice score line that the scoring blade creates. So I scored mine to get a nice crisp fold for my tabs. Okay, so I got this idea, like I said, from my students at class on Friday because they were mentioning that some of their friends don't know how to open up their cards when they do a fancy fold. So we laugh at that because we're crafters and we know how to do it, but those who are not, they may not. Okay, on this one, I put the pull tab there, but on this next one, I think I'm going to put it in the same place as I put this one. Okay, so now we go back to this one, and I am going to stamp sweet on the white, and I'm going to layer this one here in the middle, so cherry cobbler on cherry cobbler, and put this on. I'm going to put some glue here right now so it can set up. I just put it on one side, then I fold it in half, and it's on both sides, right? Okay. So sweet, cherry cobbler, tap, tap, tap. Try to get this straight. And see how sweet fits on there like that. I may have stamped this one a little too high, just a fraction, let's see. And then I'm going to come here and I'm just going to cut off right where the stitching stops. So it will fit inside the same size red one, or cherry cobbler. Yeah, I think I stamped it. I'm going to cut a little. I should have stamped just a hair down. Okay. And now this will fit in here. Just on the inside. So you still have your stitching, but just in another color. Okay, so how did I do this? I'm bouncing around because this glue is ready to be set up, so I'm going to put this on. There we go. See how nice it is when you let it set? Okay, so let's get this stamp here. And I am going to take a mask, and I am going, am I in camera? I'm going to mask this strawberry. This is a little too big. I'm not the strawberry. I'm going to mask the cake or the ice cream, whatever we decide that is. Like that. And then I am going to color the strawberry with the white end of my Cherry Cobbler marker. So very back to basics stamping on this card, right? A lot of stamping, which usually there's a lot of die cutting. And then the old olive for the top of the strawberry. Pull this off. Huff to revitalize that ink. Now this stamp has a flat bottom, so I am going to stamp it with the bottom flat at the end of the paper. And I just have the strawberry there. Now I can mask off the strawberry. My pecan ink pad, tap, tap, tap. Pull off the mask. Still has a little red on it from stamping first time. Now I need to pull down so I can see, and this is easy to line up. And there we go. Hi, Michelle. So, very easy. The stamping part is just basic stamping, making your own design on your card. And now I'm going to just put these together. So what looks to be a very involved card, thank you guys for all the hearts, is really not, right? It's up to you how you want to fill up these 2 pockets, 3 pockets if you wish. And I'm almost done. So this card really takes me, I don't know, 15 minutes. So this one goes, oh, that's the one I did already. So this one goes in here, and that one goes in the front. So these belong to the original card. But I haven't glued them down yet together. Okay, so we need to do that. You want to put as little glue as you can. I need to get my silicone mat on the edge here, because you don't want to take up a lot of the room on the inside of this card, right? You want your radiating die to fit in there and not have a problem. So that goes there. Then we're going to do the same thing right here. Very little thin line. Okay. And then here. Okay, so this all glued down now. It's going to take a minute to dry. So I am going to take my 22-24 in color Baker's Twine pack and take the red, and I am just going to leave, about 6 inches, maybe 5 inches off on my left, and wrap around as many times as you want. It's up to you how much you want to use. Come over and snip it off. I'm glad you like it, Viola. Viola was here on Friday, so she actually got to make it. So now that these are wrapped around, I'm going to pull them. Well, actually, I'm going to pull them off and do it again. Want them lower.
So hold it down with my thumb this time and wrap and wrap and wrap one more time. Come back over where both the tails are on your left. Bring the bottom one up, the top one together, and make your bow. Okay, now I just have to snip and separate. These already look good. There we go. Hey there, you are so sweet. And in case they missed the first sweet, they're sweet again. So what do you guys think? Is that easy enough for you? Looks like it's not, but it's what I like about it so much is, one, it's different, and two, when you pull this out, then you see the polka dots, and you see some more cuteness. When you pull this one out, then you see the ice cream. So it's just full of surprises, and like I said, it's great for gift cards, photographs, little gifts, whatever you want to put in there, sticking out, big images, it doesn't really matter. So I hope that you found this interesting, that you like it, that you will try it. And you know what? A lot of you are trying my ideas, and some of you are even sending me pictures of your finished art pieces. So use this email, and when you successfully make this card with whatever stamp set you choose, send me a picture. I'd love to see your work. Are there any questions? I was concentrating, looking down a lot. So if I missed saying hello to you, I'm so sorry. Hello, and I'm glad you were here. I hope you subscribe to my channel, to my page, and send me pictures. Love that it's different. It's a different fun fold. Thanks. Good. Hello, Roberto. Love the one with the daisies. Yeah, that one's very fancy. That one's very fancy. This one's very fun. Okay, I'm going to let you go. We'll see you on Tuesday. I have another fun card with this set, but completely different. Bright, cheery, fun, and easy. That one's real easy. Okay, see you guys Tuesday. You're welcome. Bye-bye.